It's not the time for love, all get together and continue for improvement.
Yes, Samura, yes, Samura, congratulations to we all.
APC party.
Samura Salon people's choice. We love you, badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata. Badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata. One thing what we want make you know. Power belong to the people of Sierra Leone today. The two things what we want make you do. Preach peace and love to Sierra Leoneans again. We need love. Samura, we hope and trust it to you. Salon get minerals, make you not live in poverty. Samura, congratulations to we all.
APC party.
Samura Salon people's choice. We love you, badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata. Badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata.
Samura, with all effort in your hand. Samura, and the ball in you caught. Try to prove yourself and make a lot of people smile. Try to prove yourself and we pattern now we high. We don't tire, for they suffer. The people don't tire, for they suffer.
Congratulations to we all.
APC party.
Samura Salon people's choice. We love you, badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata. Badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata.
Why you make me smile for me?
When me say shake, shake, dance, dance, move your body down to the ground. And the boys and girls, 2 by 2, make all my move to the left and the right. Say uncle, uncle, auntie, auntie, all them grandma and them grandpa, boyfriend, boyfriend, girlfriend, girlfriend, all them papi and then CC, they inside.
That baby over yonder, me get a more.
They inside.
And they pay go long for me.
Bring a guy inside.
To find, he got down, he begged for me.
They inside.
Oh, I want
Me and Samura Kamara, flag bearer for APC. It's not the time for love, all get together and continue for improvement.
Yes, Samura, yes, Samura, congratulations to we all.
APC party.
Samura Salon people's choice. We love you, badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata. Badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata. One thing what we want make you know. Power belong to the people of Sierra Leone today. The two things what we want make you do. Preach peace and love to Sierra Leoneans again. We need love. Samura, we hope and trust it to you. Salon get minerals, make you not live in poverty. Samura, congratulations to we all.
APC party.
Samura Salon people's choice. We love you, badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata. Badada. No do we like mata. We love you, badada. Make you no do we like mata.
Samura, with all effort in your hand. Samura, and the ball in you caught. Try to prove yourself and make a lot of people smile. Try to prove yourself and we pattern now we high. We don't tire.
Political party today, we will agree for them tomorrow. I still stand by my words. And we said the whole meeting as a political party, not to Kenema, Okada Mango Grace for Cantinas and SNDP of the talk say, ABC back to power. He said Kenema. I said, and then Okada man the way they do that thing. I said, if they not bring the can, I don't agree for the union today, I don't agree for the summer. So, political party today, I will not agree for them tomorrow. And I still stand by my words. And we said the whole meeting as a political party, not to Kenema, Okada Mango Grace for counting as an SNDP of the talk say, ABC back to power. He said Kenema. I said, and then Okada man the way they do that thing. I said, if they not bring the can, I don't agree for the union today, I don't agree for the tomorrow. So we don't end up that with them today. And don't go make final statement to resident minister. And even now, we go hold it in a meeting and they want to come out now, and they go back to the police to the LDC.
Okay.
So now, so they go in there.
Yeah, okay. Other allegation they come out against you, the district chairman, hardworking district chairman, Mr. Agbao, with you, district women's leader and young generation leader, say, now they behind this come out from some members of the opposition, say, now they behind this, now support about them for go on the rampage and all that stuff there.
Let me tell you, APC will know them for lie. Now people that they go all kind of trick. We know them for lie, we know them for thief. So they can do anything the people do in this country. They can talk anything the people say. How me will be your political party as a district chairman? Me will go mobilize for Kadamame, for Kanami office, for Kanami speak or perform there. Let me tell you, this is what the Okada man don't do. They get for account to and they will be APC responsible for the fact that they don't know see that they don't send people that can misbehave now in office. Or no go greet them for them today inside Kenema, or no go greet for them tomorrow. To God, what they tell you so? As stand by the wall, APC go pay for it. They go pay for it.
So how far now you go with the executive for mobilize the Kenema district and then support for President Bio? Because we get some alpha rumors them from them opposition and they say Kenema people don't tie with SLPP.
Not a great lie. Not a great lie. Let me tell you, Kenema are the hometown of President Bio. President Bio get 100%. And we'll continue to get 100%.
Okay, thank you very much. Family, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, wherever on a day. And welcome to Salon TV Live 1 in collaboration with We Are TV. As we bring today the newly elected, democratically elected National Deputy Secretary General of the APC party, the main opposition party in Sierra Leone, Honorable Usman Abdal Timbo. They will live as they talk so now. I want to welcome on Saturday the 18th of March 2023. We are welcome again to this wonderful collaboration with We Are TV and Salon TV Live 1. When they bring this program to now, I want to begin share the program all about the world as the topic is very interesting for plenty Sierra Leoneans them. We get interest for know about waiting for happen now this upcoming general elections in our country. The National Deputy Secretary General of the main opposition APC party, Honorable Usman Timbogo, can explain to we the process waiting for happen, waiting for expect, waiting for look out for in relation to these elections. So dear, as we join the platform, so don't forget to, if not newly tell the join the platform, we follow and also we like. When they watch this particular program with courtesy from We Are TV and Salon TV Live 1, where they broadcast on multiple platforms. And today we guess what we get at this platform. Now the Deputy National Secretary General, just newly elected, Honorable Usman Timbo, and they will tune on the platform live and direct. So the other begin share the program, the conversation is going to be very, very interesting. So if I reach, I want to stop here first. I want to bring the man himself, Brother Shembe Pierre from Uyad. Over to you.
Fambole muna kushe henu na hadu. We don't come back today for come talk about things where they happen. Now we on sweet yard salon. Now hina we on. Whoa, we left for do them bad things them. We they feel a more salon. Now hina we on. Whoa, we are in collaboration with Salon TV Live 1 on YouTube and on Facebook. You already follow we now. If you use for watch we on Facebook, no say we not did it today. We just don't share the link. You can press the link and go over to Salon TV Live 1, like them page and as well share the program so more people will get for understand or know waiting this particular conversation go there about. Well, like co-presenter don't say we actually get now we missed the first democratically elected, and deputy secretary general, from where they get a new constitution. So we want to use this opportunity for first of all say congratulations to you, Honorable Usman Timbo. Congratulations.
Oh, thank you very much, Sengbe, and thank you very much, Superman. Thank you.
All right. So, and we come here for talk boku thing then today. And as we see there, things then they happen, even we see there before we kaya, last week, this week, any other day, any minute and hour, things then they happen. And then thing and day we people like always want to understand basically what thing and they happen, with regards some of them things they are way with the see, way with the hear, but we not can get a better understanding. And if I get the permission of me presenter, me co-presenter, I want to start by asking you the statement of the flag bearer and the first flag bearer and leader of the APC party again after we again on the constitution. Make a statement today. That statement they basically an appreciation statement, but it come up with series of serious issues them inside it. And number one. First of all, tell people them say they don't get the new executive, they don't as well get campaign team way, for they go out, Let's start with the campaign team. Who are the key people away inside this campaign team? Just key names them, because a lot of people they say some people are left out or not, but key names the way inside this campaign team. You able to help with
that? Firstly, I think before I answer your question, I need to say thanks to everybody who don't take part in this process. The new democratic dispensation will get inside the APC. It was quite an experience, but thankfully we don't go through and we're here now, and we hope say we're in the healing process. I'm pretty sure almost everybody done the come on board now, because we done the whole successful meetings. We done the way no win, we done the way we feel like they were left out, the one way we feel like they're marginalized. So I want to inform everybody, say slowly but surely and very quickly, the APC is becoming a united party at all levels. And we only go win the elections which we believe we will win with unity and with one focus. And that is exactly what the APC is now achieving. We want to make the world know, say, the world at large and Sierra Leone in particular, and Sierra Leoneans across the world, for make them know, say, the APC is a party that is ready to take governance and for save the people from this thing we will go through right now. So, like you rightly say, from the leader in speech we make, he announced when I say we don't establish a campaign structure. A campaign structure will involve many committees them, and also the fact that we don't complete with ticket. We ticket in the sense every standard bearer, when they call flag bearer, they forget a running mate. By operation of the Constitution, is supposed to select in your running mate, and this one they don't do. In the past week on Monday, we announced Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba as in running mate. That means that the same ticket intend for go with the one we go with in 2018. So key people inside this campaign, firstly, it's the campaign manager, the national campaign manager, when Honorable Kamara, who is a former member of parliament and now he's a regional chairman for the Northwest region. So he's the national campaign manager. There are other managers, co-managers in different regions in the country, and then co-managers, they are going to work with national teams, they are going to work with regional teams, whether they don't consider regional coordinating teams. And also we don't do district coordinating teams. I would expect, say, then district coordinating teams here for also create subcommittees at the constituency level and the ward level and even the polling center level. So that is what we're doing in terms of planning for those elections.
And we're making steady progress. Inside this team, we go next for Usa Istidom. Now, Alaji Chief Samuel Samsumana, Usa Istidom at the campaign team.
So Alaji Chief Samuel Samsumana, like I tell you, well, the convention people for no say they already admit Alaji Chief Samsumana into the party, and we have see the notice way been pulled for tell the party thank you for the not bringing him back. We also, as a secretariat, don't get engagement with them, and we're making progress. And within this committee, we don't set up the committees. The more don't set up campaign structure. The other committees will set up. He's been put as one of the members of the National Advisory Board of the campaign structure.
And for the speech today, we will begin with the owner leader and flag bearer say this June 24, 2023 election will be decided by popular votes, and at the time this way they will actually see if the people want for save the country from the bondage or they want for continue for live with this kind of failed government. And he as well ask people and for let them vote them in, because in government as a leader, go treat people with that kind of human face, and they go able for make let them get back the past glory where they used for get now the country. So tell me more about some of the key things that highlight them inside his speech.
Sengbe Pierre, before I go to the highlights of his speech, because that is something for the publicity department for they do, because as part of the secretariat now, as a principal assistant to the Secretary General, whatever I say now will be policy, so I have to be careful. Not just talk like just a media person. I just want to talk first about the man himself, Dr. Samura Kamara. We talk about this election going to be about the popular vote and within the people feel, whether they want for save this country or want for continue with this bondage all day. I get the opportunity for see and interact with Dr. Samura Kamara quite regularly now. And as a young person, when you think about progress for this country, not just about myself, not just about APC will come back na power at all cost. If we get for care this country go bien. If I was convinced before, I will tell you now, I am more than convinced that Dr. Samura Kamara is the right person at this time for move this country forward. He has the right temperament. He's ready. I mean, intellectually, he's ready. When you talk to this man, that you see, say he understands the issues of this country from the past to the present, and he knows exactly where he thinks this country for go in the future, and he get wherewithal for do. So for me, I'm convinced. And then, so I did leadership in the United States under the Barack Obama leadership initiative, Young African Leadership Initiative. And so one thing we didn't tell you about now, a servant leader. And that's exactly what you are seeing Dr. Samura Kamara. He's a servant.
Servant leader.
And he's totally a servant leader. Somebody where he walks the talk. Not to that person where go say, oh, I'm the boss now. I don't see within meetings where Dr. Samura takes the initiative.
He different from waiting he say he want for become that humble leader.
That's what he is. He's quite a humble man. He's honestly, he's so down to earth. He's so listening. He's so consultative, to a point where I feel like, oh, this man, it consults too much, then kind of thing. So even me, okay, well, put my position aside. You will look at Dr. Samura and say, oh, it's not like me, Papa. But yet, he go ask Timbo, what you think? Or he listens to my opinion, and they ask other people what do think. At the end of the day, we collectively take decisions.
So not to for me, the way then they impose something on, but a person way in the consult.
Absolutely.
Because if a person way then they force to do certain things, then we will get for fear.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. He understands who's out on commot and where he wants us to go to. And I remember the last meeting we will hold, he say, every decision we will take now, it's not just Dr. Samura Kamara's decision. Yes, he is the final person we're going to make the decision, but collectively we will own every decision we will take now. Okay. Whether you support it or you not support him, at the end of the day, if the majority don't say, yes, this is the way we should go, then we all for accept him as collective decision. And that is exactly what I want to see. We don't want a situation where we have a dictator. Yeah. We don't want a situation where somebody they come and impose himself on anybody. Yes. This is exactly the leadership we maybe they look for.
And at the same time, we don't want a leader with the remote control.
Absolutely, absolutely. And that is exactly what I see from Dr. Samura Kamara.
All right.
I can tell you a very clear well, I wouldn't say the exact thing, but I saw that leadership in him from the moment he was elected as a flag bearer in Amakeni. Certain things would have been expected for do immediately. He said, no, when I give me time, I need for think about this, I need for consult, I need for, those things. So it shows that he's not someone who they come and say, no, can't do this.
And
No.
not to all thing
He's
about Nami.
Absolutely not.
All right,
Absolutely
so
not.
quickly, and I come over to Supermed, and let me take the back seat for now.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Shengbe. And again, I want also join Brother Shengbe for congratulate my brother. We now the first time democratically elected Deputy National Secretary General for the APC party. And again, I want to congratulate the APC party for the successful conclusion of the lower and national level elections. Then, now so we want to see what democracy go now in country. And again, people on the genuine at the platform, I want to know plenty thank you. Comment all welcome. We appreciate you greatly. I want to say this program they can't and courtesy of Salon TV Live 1 in collaboration with WeHad. I want to move the discourse a little bit first from the internal waiting and call of the APC party. But I want to ask the Deputy National Secretary who don't seem for loss. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen, to know say the internet now salon quick for all people. I hope say Honorable Usman Timbo will join me anytime soon. We allow patient time because again, waiting the title or the topic of this particular discussion here about okay, let me just join the Honorable again. I think he's back. Maybe they give me loud and clear.
Yeah, sorry, yes. It was my fault, actually.
Thank you. Welcome back. The discourse now is about the full detailed analysis how this election get for happen. People and way what aspire to become somebody, members of parliament, councillors, chairperson, mayors. Waiting at the process from now, as you understand, I'm going forward with this PR system in collaboration with the PR system because we know say first in our constitutional elections of the get now in a PR block system. So all them people don't go and aspire for them position in the waiting at the process.
Will they come out with the process this week? We will announce within the process for be and I sure say before we go to the mid of this week, we will publish the brochures for people and for come for apply for them positions, yeah. And there will be some form of elections, from the now it's district level. So definitely we got to come up with a system where people got to be shortlisted. Not forget, say it's not just about being elected; it's only also about placement on the list. So as much as from the district level elections got to happen, you have to also come to the party, where within the committees, yes, where Dr. Samura Kamara talk about, there's one committee where they set up where they call the Symbol Awards Committee. That Symbol Awards Committee now for be responsible now for ensure say we place the candidates them in order of priority. Now for also assure say the Gender and Women's Empowerment Act, we say 30% quota for women, and with Constitution also we talk about the 30% quota for women. We ensure say we meet with them one day. So the first process therefore be a sort of elections at the district level, and then afterwards we get forget the sorting out process we get for be done by the symbol committee, awards committee. But everything will be made clear inside this week because I think the list for be submitted for local council, I think from the 18th to the 28th of April. Then afterwards we got to do the one then for the parliamentarians, the local council. Sorry, the members of parliament and the presidential thereafter. So we not get enough time, but I want people for rest assured say this week the process could start.
Okay, thank you very much. But Honorable Timo, before you move any further, in regard to the 30% quota, is it compulsory say the party for choose 30% of female applicants? That the people, in case the female applicants say not reach 30%, how will the party manage for go with that quota? They in line with the quota?
It's a question we to ask. It's an important one we'll not think about yet. If we not get 30% applicants, and let's not forget, say we don't want people. We not just want to put people on a list just because they're women. What's not the most important thing, Yana, about popularity? You have to be wanted by your people. So that's why we encourage women also to come out and show that they're popular, and for sure say they're interested in going to parliament. If we don't have the 30%, there we will find an alternative way for doing. But let's not forget, our constitution say we need for use some form of elections. So we'll not just go sit down and say, oh, we select people them. No, it won't work like that. But at the same time, our constitution is not it's not bigger, or it's not supreme. It's not in terms of the one that way they take how is it called? The laws already pantapple and compete. The national laws are more, they are higher than we own constitution. So if the Gender and Women's Empowerment Act don't say it's a must that we need to get 30%, then we need to find a way to get that 30% there at the end of the day.
Okay, and
so that's why we'll encourage women to actually apply.
Okay, that is good. That is good, because in that same footing, we'll come back by the women, but how they look now from the diaspora perspective. The last time, many people still to see whether Dual Citizenship Act, that section 76(1)(a) still applicable. Is that the case?
It is applicable. It is. I think some people, they tell people them say applicable, but it is. I can tell you, I don't want anybody to be deceived. Let them not raise on a hope, say, okay, because you're diaspora, the law don't change. No, it hasn't. If you're to SIM, or if you're a naturalized citizen, then you're not qualified to be listed for be a member of parliament. I think one of the obnoxious law they will need for change, and I know you plenty promises before that they will change them, but it hasn't changed yet. It is still within the laws of the country, and we have to be mindful of that. But this not for discourage diaspora and say for come, and there are many things, many other positions where they can play. There are many other roles and where they can play, so they should not be discouraged. Going to parliament is not the only thing. I think even local councils have. There's no disqualification for local council people there, where they come from the diaspora. I think not just this old law inside the 1991 constitution we really need for deal with soonest.
Okay, honorable, but as another clarification I may make for we, let family only watch all about now the diaspora get is clear. The last time people then say them paint them with one brush. There are people in the diaspora
sorry,
not to see them. These people are still just residents in the diaspora. Then people and they qualify still for contest. How am I gonna make sure say if people then come on now will not get dual citizenship, get the fair opportunity as any other person, men not go just lump them into one boat, then go get the fair opportunity as any other person for aspire for those positions.
Okay, so this time me and me boss, the National Secretary General, don't get lengthy conversation on this, and that is exactly something we want to address inside the inside this board or depot. You will see we ask questions about nationality, about dual citizenship. If you don't stay out of salon for so long, then you have to explain to we your status there. Everybody where they it's either you have I think in England they call it NI number, I don't know what's in color now, a social security number, so we have to, the moment you give it down there, we will do an investigation for know exactly what's in your status, your citizenship status, or whatever status you get overseas. So once that is clear for us, or you present an evidence we convince the Symbol Awards Committee, then definitely you will get a fair chance. We also know some people they were citizens. We can decide say, okay, we left with citizenship and we just want for get how they call them residency.
Yes.
If they opt for do that, then there's evidence. Then definitely they will be considered favorably too. We
Okay,
know
thank
the
you
role
very
the
much.
diaspora they play. We know the contribution where they play, and we wish it was different. We wish we Lord had not been this so, but unfortunately, this is what we have to live with for now until we change up.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable. And quick one before I move back over to Shenge Pierre, somebody just want to ask back one critical question. He said you mentioned say we get for votes in terms of maybe like say for people who go aspire for members of parliament. But this time the district say is it the district executive who get for votes that vote say or the party gets a different body who go do that?
Well, I don't have to spill the bean completely, but it will be an electoral college system where not just the district executive get for vote, not just executive members get for vote. There are many other stakeholders within the constituency, within the districts where not executive members, and we know one for just say, oh, because you're not an executive member, so you cannot be part of the decision making. But that all will be made clear as we go along. But also, in many places, because we want to ensure so we get even distribution of people on the list, we want to go as close as a constituency level as it was before. Meaning, even with this new PR system, there are certain districts where the number of seats will be exist before, they still exist. Now that same number there. For example, I can give this example of Cambia district. So Cambia district, in the last elections, they had 6 seats, 6 constituencies. And this new PR system, they get 6 seats. So for ensure, say, the seats are evenly distributed. So we'll not take all the candidates from just one corner. For example, Tonko Limba, and we'll pull all the candidates them. We ensure, say, we go back by that constituency system we exist before. It's one of the things we'll think about. It's not set yet in stone, but this is what we're thinking about. For another example is so in all the places, them I think it's only Bombali and Western area where there's a change. In terms of reduction. So, for example, Western area urban, which was 20 seats before, now it's 16 seats. So Western rural will now be 8, now don't go to 10 seats or 11 seats or so. Yes, 10 seats. So because now 10 seats, we need for Fenway how the 8 will continue for exist, and therefore create 2 more. In other places, Falaba, Koinadugu, the seats then continue for be the same. So the same constituency system will be used before might be a similar system we'll go for use for this one. But like I say, it won't be just the executive that will vote.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable Usman Timo and family they watch me. Do you want to continue for share and also for like the platform and also for giving thumbs up as well. Everything is highly welcome. Once on plenty, thank you. And as time they go along, we'll pick up in some of our comments as well and bring come to the Honorable Day we are with me today. This particular program on the watch. Now the watch in concept of collaboration between Salon TV Live 1 and We Are TV. And again, before Shenge Pierre they come, I'll move back to Shenge Pierre. I want to go back. Okay, but Shenge Pierre, you back?
Yes, sorry about that.
Okay, over to you.
They called me. And okay, so you be talk about the PR system, and interestingly, most people not still now understand how the system and don't distribute them. But then I think say I don't know if you get them now, how then they. But if not, we can move to something else another day. And but
in terms of numbers, you mean?
Yes, numbers. Yes, how then distribute the system.
I think I can look and show you and tell you. So before I have 132 seats.
Mm-hmm.
Now we get 100 and interestingly, I only see on this phone unless I get for use the other phone.
Okay, so I think I'll still go to that later. low left and force wise you can figure out how for see what you get. But we understand that the PR system according to ECSL now just it work for just the local government and the parliamentary election, right?
Correct.
Okay. So now I want to bring you quickly, since Superman don't talk about different things, I want to take you away from that particular thing there, and can go back to things and way they happen as we talk so right now. In as much as you don't warn me first, you don't tell me say you know to part of the PR, but yet still you know Deputy Secretary General, and we mean say you know plenty things them inside the party. So one thing we see happen today with regards to our leader. We see also a left for go na the United States of America. I don't know if in flight to actually left now, but he left for go na the United States of America. So basically, if we for know what in exactly they go for do?
They go meet with the people already there. We supporters, people who believe in us. That's what he's going to do. Firstly, that's one of the main things we make it a go. There's also the issue of this visit to the New York
Chancery
building, the Chancery building. He's going for that too, but that's just one part of the visit where they go do. Or he has to go there, go tour and talk to his supporters and people that we want for listen to him because he's the president in waiting. So people need to understand them in policies. People need for get for film. Instead need for hearing from the people in the diaspora because the diaspora is the biggest. I mean, in terms of foreign direct investments, they're the biggest contributors. Whether the Sierra Leone Sierra Leone diaspora or the diaspora generally. So he has to talk to them. They need for also understand where they come from and answer them question that we then get for ask. So more or less, it's a thank you tour. It's a meet and greet. In addition to the fact that they go for do a low cost visit to the Chancery building.
All right. So this one for plenty people them okay now. It all left plenty worry in their mind them, especially when it comes to the issue of the Chancery building, because we know say this particular case in a court right now and then for appear after. Now just in go or it go together, although it go separately, but they go and go meet with the other team them they like the light of the justice to the official and the one they went at the prosecuting team like the ACC.
Yeah, they will also be going, but they're going separately. They will also be going. Yeah.
How long this trip they take? This
Dr. Onyon trip will take about a week. He should be back by next week.
Okay. All right. So I think that is very important for the people to understand where exactly they go, because we just see they go off today from the country, and other things then they wait on they happen. This in fact that question is what for don't put to the Secretary General, but I forget. So other people them they only call me to attention say why you not ask this question? Why you not ask this question? Again for those anti-party activity. I mean when I remember them we get
what about
where they do things the way contrary to what in una party say or what una stand for. For example, the issue of Sylvia Blyden, a lot of people want to know the way out. For example, the recent one way it do now with the issue of the UK, the British commissioner and that of the former mayor of Freetown, Yvonne Akisoya, as he tried to paint the former mayor in a very very bad way. Even they point finger at the British Prime Minister say it support them even when they talk about corruption in this case. So and we don't see different things than we Sylvia Blyden and other people and don't they do well I don't know if na anti-party activity that day, but what do our constitution say with regards anti-party activity and whose category we wanna go put Sylvia Blyden right now?
Before I talk about that, I think it's very important for lay people and fears about this case where they go on with them doctor. So for some people that don't really odious, there is a man they say, oh, Dr. Samura last minute they will disqualify him or contest. I want to make everybody know say Dr. Samura Kamara will be on that ballot box, and I want to encourage everybody that that's the face of hope for this nation, for save we from this bondage we live. So Dr. Samura Kamara will not be found guilty today tomorrow. And not mean say because then come to the case for come back, I think the case for start back 17th or 18th.
17th.
The 17th, anybody go, that's the end of the case and they can't find guilty from there. It's a whole process that is going to start again. The defense therefore opened their own case. Dr. Samura Kamara is only the 4th accused. The Constitution say, Section 23 of the Constitution says, an accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty, meaning Dr. Samura Kamara is an innocent man. He hasn't been found guilty. And that is exactly the reason why when they go for apply for police clearance, he was given, because he's an innocent man. He has been convicted. By the time where the 1st, 2nd, 3rd accused persons complete the case, they come to Dr. Samura for completing case. The 5th and the 6th accused themselves complete the case. It is not like it's going to take 2 days. It's going to take some time for make all that they done before they do closing arguments, before they reserve the file for judgment, and before they get judgment. So anybody where they feel say Dr. Samura Kamara will be disqualified today, tomorrow, or before the elections, I want for make them know say that can't happen. Dr. Samura Kamara will be on that ballot box, and we go vote for him, or they call on other people for vote for him for make we save this nation. Now to the question of anti-party
before we go to the anti-party activity, the issue of this Samura, you don't give people confidence. So the court or the justice, the judge in charge, where they in charge of this particular case, not get any sign of the law we give them say because of this man they answer to court case na court, then for disqualify him, or ECSL not get anything we say them for disqualify him.
Absolutely not. The Constitution make very clear the requirements that we need for meet for let you be qualified for run for the presidency, and none of them requirements and they no include you being investigated. Like I say, the Constitution make it clear. Section 23, I think 23(4) says an accused is presumed innocent until proven guilty. That's called the presumption of innocence. So he's innocent. There's no way you will say the man is guilty before you find him guilty. I'm not sure say even in my own country them the common law jurisdiction especially will tell you say a man is guilty as charged. No. He's not guilty as charged until he is proven guilty by a competent court of law. So Dr. Samura Kamara is innocent. ECSL has no such power for disqualify him. I don't hear an audio of someone saying that, and that is a blatant lie, and that is deceitful. It is a way for distract with people them from believing that Dr. Samura Kamara will be on that ballot to save this nation.
All right, so the issue of the anti-party activities.
So now to the anti-party activities, history has informed us on how we need to deal with this, and this is one thing we'll particularly deal with inside the Constitution. I think it's chapter 6 or 7. I think it's
of this new Constitution.
Of the new Constitution, we deal with discipline and grievance handling. I just check. It's chapter 6. Discipline and grievance handling procedure. So we have a whole chapter in the Constitution. We talk about discipline and grievance handling. It talks about a discipline committee to be set up at all levels, from the constituency to the national level. This is now one of the committees that were not set up yet, and are only then committed and then get the power for institute investigations against anybody. So as of now, we haven't set it up. But our anti-party activities, that broad term will be used as anti-party activities in order again. We have specific things that we go do, we constitute anti-party activities. And that is thing that we'll go for look into. But definitely the certain utterances by some individuals are inimical to the party. Certain movements of certain people, they're inimical to the party. And in fact, there's a provision in the Constitution where it says anybody will openly declare for or support a candidate where they contest against a candidate of the APC, where APC has a candidate or an independent candidate, support an independent candidate, that person can be suspended from the party if a committee, an investigative committee, decides so. So as of now, Then committees, will not set them up yet. And until we set them up, they look into the issues, so we have to deal with this internally. She wants to say, if she feels the APC is not enough for her, well, it's our decision to leave. Joining the APC is a voluntary association, is by voluntary association. If you volunteered to be a member of the APC, then you have to leave by what the APC says. It's not dictates, but by the decisions and policies of the APC. You cannot be doing something where inimical to the APC or the candidates of the APC, then you feel like you're still APC or you're doing what is right.
So this one,
but
apart from the issue of Sylvia Blyden, this one very clear with the issue of Alpha Khan, where of course we see now the resident minister and the spokesman for the president, and he done the campaign several times against the young candidates. So how now, in as much as we not set up this committee to for investigate some of the anti-party activity, where una say una don't get specific things they wanna they use for calling things, and instead of that big time but in the normal way where you will look at it, even if you're not inside APC, you're not part of this committee, the activity of Alpha Khan, for instance, instead to go out for national, it is support national interest, but it is support when it comes to election, it is support, SLPP candidates against the APC candidates. I wanna go say, I wanna the party or the executive see this. Because even as recent as them days there, we listen to an audio where he even released, they call on other people and for support on that side against the APC.
We frown on them. The party will come out with a statement very soon. But I also want to make say the new constitution says we cannot expel anybody from the party unless the National Delegates Convention does that. So he can be suspended, he can forfeit his membership, but in terms of expulsion, he can only be expelled by virtue of a decision of the National Delegates Conference. But notwithstanding, we cannot just sit idly by and say because the Constitution say we cannot expel somebody from the party just like that. We will take a decision. We will come out with a statement really soon on this.
Right. The program we watch right now, live interview with the APC Deputy National Secretary General, Honorable Usman Timbo. And we did one in collaboration with Weird and Salon TV Live 1. You get Weird on YouTube and then Salon TV Live 1. We get on Facebook. On Weird and YouTube, we get 760 people will watch, but the likes then at 232. Please, if you watch right now we are on YouTube, please consider for like the program, and if you're not subscribed, please consider for do so now. And then when we go over to Salon TV Live 1 on Facebook, we get 222 where they watch right now. So please, if you watch it on Salon TV Live 1 through the link or through the UNCSF platform, please consider for like the page and as well share the program. We talk to Honorable Usman Timbo, we are the Deputy National Secretary General for the APC party. A lot of things that they want to talk about, but over to you, Supermed.
Okay, thank you very much, Brother Shengepie, and thank you very much for remind viewers them about all them waiting them for do for follow, for like, and for make them comments as well. Their comments very welcome. And again, before I move, because this will share back now social media, Honorable Timbo. Somebody they ask one question, what thinks a very cynical at the moment because we are not get candidates, but they say the person I don't say on social media plenty. So the person persists for what we ask you. He say if the APC party can get confidence, then go win the presidential election. Why make una principal candidate the flag bearer Dr. Samura Kamara they contest for MP as well as Nagoni may say they contest for MP as well? Is there anything you know about this? Because I don't say on social media and this person don't persist for us as well. I put that question to you. Make I know just rebut them. Then you say 17 and the guest will get out tonight. You say we will clarify. What you know about that?
Well, I laugh because it comes as a surprise. I've never had that question before. But I want to say this, that nothing disqualifies them from contesting. But I don't hear it at all from any of them saying they run for member of parliament. Well, we're not really to broach the head. And until the brochure then come out and we'll go with deadline. We see that they apply.
I just want to clarify for
Exactly
Mr. Stephen Nyale. Mr. Stephen Nyale don't ask this question several times over and over. I hope say you don't get that clarification. The brochure not even come out safe for let people apply safe. So I don't know some information they come about. At least you said already.
Yeah, me one thing I know, yeah. I know say even the running mate where they are announced, or even before now, if we not say this time last term in the parliament. He was a parliamentarian for 2 terms, so now he don't do 3rd term, he don't do 15 years in parliament. In confidence, he don't say in open, he don't say many times that he's not running again for parliament, and Honorable Chairman Ramadan Majuba. But nothing stops him if he wants to run again for making run for parliament.
Okay,
Nothing.
thank you very much
I
for
think
that
I by
clarification.
Komadu Dande in 2002, 2007 as well.
Yeah.
Okay. And I think that been sits down the way Honorable Almami been take over when he been become president. Okay. So I got this question I want to ask, basically on the voter register. I so much concern about this. The last day I asked the Secretary General, and they say, "Una go request for that. Una don't request for the final voter register."
This week, we'll do that. We have a team that is meeting with the PPLC. That's not the political parties liaison committee, set up by ECSL. And one of the instructors, I think they met. Was it Wednesday or Thursday? Yeah, so they had I think it was Wednesday. So they had a meeting. It's one of the issues where they raise up because we want a disaggregated register where then they show every polling center who that register there and who that
So
not
why they not
registered.
give una now and then suppose for you now?
It's strange.
Okay, so
Well,
I
it's a new-
come with this again to you. I tell the Secretary General this, and I tell them say, if una want, una take this as an information. If una want, una left them and treat them as any humor. The voter register, according to a very close somebody, we are always done. They get very, very close information from the ECSL. Tell me say plant day for make them do secret, registration and add to this list. So if they're not giving this register yet and take to this term, where we find out that they don't push the date 1 term, 2 term, and number 3 term, so now they don't give date for let them give the ID card. Till now it not happen yet. It left me with a strong conviction, say me information where they get, the person they tell me lie at all. So how serious una dey for treat this for this particular week that it not pass at all. Because in my opinion,
We
now
know say
waiting any time for do if to add whatever secret record in registration in Luna for add them to that list to that one already where they print. That is why.
we know say ECSL launched at 3,374,258 eligible voters at that day, of which 1,614,123 are man, 1,759,529 are woman, 22,385 are persons with disability. That's the number that we get for go with. We are not satisfied with some of the numbers because about 1,000, there's an increase of about 1,000 who feel this is coming from the Western area. That is why we are asking for disaggregated register. Know exactly who that register and who that not register.
So you say increase in the Western area. Tell me small but this.
Yeah, so we feel that is where the missing number is. So they've announced one number and there's another one which shows a difference of about 1,000. I just need look for the exact. I just want to make them know say we know.
Okay.
And it's something that we'll take in very seriously. This time around, we will not allow anybody for it to as a vote. We'll be marking the system that they will be using. Anybody they beat we, they go between at the ballot box. We will not allow any rigging, and we'll very firm on this. I just defend for me notes the exact thing what they talk about.
Okay. You get the time for do so. We just want to be sure of how protected we vote them be.
I want for our sure people will protect our votes. We will protect our votes. We as a party will, you will go vote, you will protect your vote. That is for certain. In fact, we're insisting it's our argument, and this will do formally, that we want for them do manual counting. The number of people that were eligible voters about 3 million. That is less than, that's something they can count in one day across the country. You give 48 hours, you count them manually, it can't be done. All the sophisticated software that they want to use, we don't want even that kind of software for be used anymore. We want for lay, we vote them be counted. We want them to be published now. Every polling station, every result should be hung, and every ballot paper suppose forget a serial number, and then serial number they will need for tally them with whatever they enter into the system. We want for make everybody know, say we're prepared. We've been preparing long before now. We know what happened in 2018, and we will not allow that to repeat itself in 2023. If then they between, let them between at the ballot box. Let the voice of the people, let the votes of the people be respected. You cannot rule a people who don't want you. That is why elections are held every 5 years. If you want for let them re-elect you, do things right so that you will be elected in after 5 years.
So all of them things they are not all request from ECSL, because I understand say then say yes, the manual counting will get for be at polling centers or polling stations them where every party agent could get the own result where they don't tally and all of these things. So then a team then says they don't come out and say. But in the case of Usai, the tally list, the tally paper them when they get the details of the serial number and everything. When I don't request that when I get all of them things then they on at the center they when I request for them and give access to that.
That is why the political party liaison committee is set up, and we have very strong people there, including Dr. Richard Conte. I know the last meeting, Dr. Silva, Mayor Ivona Kisoya was part of it. I know David Fona also been. No, Honorable Abdul not attend the last one, but I think David Fona even worked with the secretary, the former secretary general before was there. So it's 3 people really who were there, and we have a whole list of people who constitute that committee there. We could be where they represent not the
Ahmed Sisi. Una watch
Ahmed Sisi.
who side and they do the tally na the neck headquarter after they don't do a tally center. Una get right for that. And the one they want to put there, how enlightened them be in terms of technology, computer, because this again are the information that they plan for the system with regards electronics technology.
Look, we'll fight. What's not spreadsheet? Let not be for no sophisticated system. We don't want it. If they bring sophisticated system, we have sophisticated people to deal with it.
Good.
We'll be asking for an audit of whatever system we want for carry before the elections. Audit of whatever software we want for carry. We'll bring our people. We'll ask for independent people. Let them audit the system. Let them audit it. Like I say, if they beat we, let them go between our ballot box. And we're certain they cannot win there.
Okay.
And this time, we have very, very strong people who will be there, who they will see across the country. We'll be manning our votes. Nobody not going to take it for granted. I can tell you, our votes we will this time within 48 hours at most. We go able to announce to our results so we don't get nationally.
Okay.
Nationwide.
So in the case of Usa, we tuna announce.
And when I say we announce the results.
Yeah, in the case of Usa, we tuna get and we ECSL announce different.
We will cross that bridge there. We will reach there.
So
but we want for telling us say. We want for telling us say. We have a system to announce our results within 48 hours after we don't vote. We'll do it, we'll announce it with evidence. With evidence.
So the
and this is what I'm going to talk about.
The last question I will ask you on that.
The number. The published figure, and I've been already told now 3,374,258. The real figure with the inside the system at 3,375,953. So there's a difference of 1,000. Where did that 1,000 people come from? We want an audit of the system. That is why we're asking for disaggregated register. Let us see exactly why we get this disparity. That is how we start. That is how then it starts for two things we're not correct. And this is something we will not encourage this time moving forward. We know everything that is happening inside there. Let them know that.
Okay, one last question I will ask you on this voting business. Now the agents na the south and the east of the country, you know, because we don't see says even recently they attack on one inmate, you know, the terror not been become one inmate yet. They attack from entering a particular town na Kailaun. You know, this nothing where I've been on the talk several times say when they get the election, they get for be say some of una agents them, then get for forcefully remove them from the particular polling center or station within the. I wanna go make sure say they back up them with whatever information they get for letting not seize advantage by them. That is one.
And the pair will not happen. Yes.
Go ahead.
Yeah, that is one.
Yes, and then the second, that is one, the first one for letting not pull them. Then second one, you know, say the ECSL right now, they get inside the new law, say any side outside and set confusion, now that polling center or polling station, you know, then go cancel the votes that are area. What una go do for make sure they not seize advantage par side the way they know say una no they not get forget better votes, then set confusion day for let them cancel them.
Just know that there is a plan. Just know that there is a plan, and it will not happen.
Because the fairness where there is now, the fear of the people for their votes.
We will protect the votes of our people from the north to the east, from the south to the west of this country. And I can assure you that. And I'm not saying this just because I want to be political, but I'm telling you that we will do it. And like I say, you can only beat us this time in the ballots or through the ballots. No other way. You can only beat us through that.
Okay.
But I won't say too much anyway.
Okay, then thank you very much, Brother Shengbe Pierre. And again, I'll continue for say thank you to viewers who they watch me on YouTube and Facebook. And all welcome. And we also tell plenty thank you to we guest we'll get here tonight when the Deputy National Secretary General of the All People Congress, Honorable Usman Timbo. Honorable Usman Timbo, let's move small police education where they educate with here around all the processes. People also they ask about this. I don't know what you not understand about them. This bank governor they say they don't replace. Some people they say nah disappear, it go away. Some people they say replace them. But whatever the situation is, it don't left with economic tatters. As we talk so with Leons, it a kind of free fall nearly every day. What's on understanding behind all of these shenanigans? Again, and also they go towards election, but no one going to no allow country reach to the zero before election take place. What's not understand about all waiting ABND?
I don't know, and like I say, I have to be careful why they say things because of the position I hold now. But whatever the case, you said it, the right word, Naido use so, tatters. Our economy is in tatters. It's in shambles. We didn't have a free flow, a free fall. If this is not stopped by Dr. Samura Kamara's presidency, I remember listening to Honorable Abu Kagbo the other day with Lilo and Slima on I think it was 98.1, where they show me exactly where we were, what are we there now, and what will happen if if then we continue for the NAPA for the next 5 years. I had said before that I want to focus on the message that the APC has for the people of this country. And left. Very soon we'll come out with a manifesto. You'll know our messages. I can tell you very well, it is a plan that we have for the country that will be laying to you people. We get for make them very clear to now. We not just want to talk about how this country don't go bien. We want to talk about how we feel, say, because Dr. Samura Kamara doesn't just talk about a 5 years plan. He talks about 5 years, 10 years, 20 years. That's a short term and a medium term plan for the nation. And this is exactly what we will very soon, when we publish your manifesto, then I will see exactly how we want to take this country out of this and address the everyday suffering of the people of this nation. But we're not surprised about the disappearance of the governor of the Bank of Sierra Leone. The less said about him, the better. That's all I'll say. I don't know whether he's gone, whether Nano will leave, whether. But at this crucial, at this crucial time where the country they in double-digit inflation, exchange rates just a skyrocket, things are really, really bad. I did tell my wife this morning, we eat breakfast and he pulled the bread. Well, let me pull the bread and I see 2,000 leons bread. If you had them 50 leons bread, we've been there before when I've been to go school. So I'm like, what is happening? If you give 2,000 leons bread costs 2,000 leons, let it be 2,000 leons. Low C say okay. But the 2,000 leons bread fever. So that just crossed my mind because the bread and butter issue came to mind. And honestly, we are suffering and waiting for the ballot box on that day. Now with consciences, we go talk all we go talk. Una with the media, una go talk all we go talk. Dr. Samura go say, but at the end of the day, that's suffering where that man they go through. If you grab, you look ping, you go vote for that suffering day. Then you cry afterwards. Then me, I don't know how. That's a point. That's a time when I would say Sierra Leoneans, there's something fundamentally wrong with the way we think. Because this is not just about APC or about SLPP anymore. It's about our survival, saving the soul of this nation. You want to go and every day things are getting worse. When are you going for feel and pass any other person? Now you feel and pass before the person where they talk and self.
So if we talk about them bread and butter and all of them in there, we find out say this bread and butter issue don't be so much hard for people and so much that a lot of people and they left the country every day. And when they left the country and they fall now the wrong hand or the wrong part of the world. For example, the Middle East. Yeah. This side we get with sister and brother, the way really they suffer on that side right now. As we talk so recently, we still say 7 people them, we sister them, light them inside one room inside them been there and we lost them. And other one them seriously they go inside into serious problem na then country they do defend themselves. How una go make sure say una address some of the issues there, because most of them they listen to una now, they want to know how best una they consider them, waiting they na the bag for them, how una go make sure so una rescue them. Because we see, for example, the Guinea junta leader, when issue been there in Tunisia, with regards, how the Tunisian and say would not get better documentation for left the country, the junta leader arrange flights for in people and they repatriate them quick one, but country will not do that. And we get we own brother and sister then at the Tunisia right now, where then they run, then they hide for their life, because we see videos side, then they attack them, choke them, now then place them and all of them things, and then they even and tell them say they're not for day, now they host them, wait and day. So waiting then at the basket for them, because then they listen to now.
Dr. Samura Kamara, like I said at the start, is a listening leader, he's a servant leader. Yeah. Honestly, when I try for talk, I see him, his voice, the things he says, all comes to mind. And I'm convinced. I don't want to say all of it now because we're trying to complete the manifesto. We're trying to just clean it up. And this manifesto, I can tell you, it's a feeling of Dr. Samura Kamara himself. Now, what did they feel, what did they say, what did they express? Basically, 9 people don't put together as a manifesto. And I can tell you certainly that there's a plan inside there for these people. And the first part of that plan is addressing the economy, because these people, firstly, you need to understand the root cause of why they left Sierra Leone, because of the challenges Yes, because things are hard for them now, Yanda, their lives are at stake. That's why they want for come back. But deep inside, they don't want to come back. Because what are they coming back to? The only thing they're coming back to is freedom. But when they come back, the same economic hardship, or even worse, where they run away for, then they can't meet them. So Dr. Samura Kamara's plan is firstly to address the economy and see how we encourage them people to come back, and when they come back, can make them productive citizens inside their country. I commend the leadership where the president of Guinea or the head of state of Guinea don't show, and that is exactly what you need for do. You have to think about your people. You have to feel for your people and see how you get them out of the struggle within they go through. And I doff my hat to the head of the head of state of Guinea, and I hope say people them will learn from Nande. I hope you understand when I say people them.
Super, can I say?
Yes. But thank you again once more, Honorable. Honorable, I want to revert back to one something will be the ask this now. We I believe say very critical for the family to understand what's in happen. Again, now what you see with this 30% female quota, and then can call now then Western country positive discrimination. So if, for instance, where una candidate I don't put una brochure out, the number of women they will apply for their numerous position and member of parliament cancel the all, then just exactly 30%. Does it mean they're all there for qualified then? Or does it mean we're going for what some they say, okay, although not the 30% don't reach, una not get the capacity what they look for, and how not go for Andula? Because there are people who get jitters around this whole topic, we're not kind of understand them well, and they worry, we're going for going competition with those people, you know, in also a country like patriarchal society. What's I understand? How not go deal with those sorts of challenges going forward?
I cannot give you a definite answer now, to be honest. But it's something where we know say we've discussed it. We have discussed it. And like I say, elections is about popularity. Yeah. You don't just want to put people on the ballot. I mean, on the list just because they're women. You're not even fair on them. You're not even fair on them. You're not even fair on the people. For lay just say, okay, because you're a woman, so you qualified, or because it's only 30% of women, they are the least, so they're qualified. So that is why we're encouraging women. We're encouraging women of substance. We encourage women with their integrity. We encourage women we're popular. We encourage women we feel like a patriotic woman for also be part of the process. And let's wait and see. I sure say plenty women already they will get express interest informally. And I'm sure once the brochures are out, you might be surprised, maybe 60% of them get for be women. So we want for wait until that time they reach. After we don't get all the brochures, the deadline don't expire, then we know exactly where we're heading for. But it's a law. The law basically say for every 3 candidates, one of them for be woman.
Okay. So that law has to be complied with, isn't it?
It's a must. So it's imperative. It's a must.
Okay, that's also taken into consideration from councillors, taken to chairperson, members of parliament, and mayors as well.
Elective as well as appointments. So in the cabinet, parliament, they have to do it.
Okay.
Wow, that's
Let me touch quickly on the issue of healing. You know, after election, you get people away aggrieved, you get people away vex, serious one. So let's look at healing. You know, what they do now as an executive for make sure say we put our house together, especially for those we really vex. We don't hear several things. We don't see several videos. We don't hear plenty things. There are audios everywhere. You know, that they express, you know, the dissatisfaction with some of the position there, especially the latest one when the flag bearer position where plenty people be they expect say some region they forget this, and now then they say una executive una one grain person they from the south una get una na just northwestern party. You know what una they do for make sure say una bring una eye on some of the scar that within our people in mind right now.
Firstly, on the national executive, you see when it comes to democracy and voting, it's not the fairest way for ensure even distribution. It's just about, it's possible to say everybody where they win, they come from just one area, just one, because it's about popular votes. So if it happens in a one tribe, for example, or not just one region they vote for, then so be it. It's the downside of elections. So that is why, well, in the previous system, you see that you will look, say, okay, no, Yana not get it, low Gianda, low mix. So, but now it doesn't happen that way. I can tell you, say that's how these Southerners will contest. Some lost, few win, and maybe the national executive only get about 17 people. So, agree with you. The majority of them come from, from the Northwest, which is true, but I also need to understand that there are many tribes within the Northwest. So you know, FIBA like saying just one tribe, now in the inside it. The Northwest is also a big place. So with regards healing, to my greatest surprise, when you talk about flag bearer aspirants, all of them, not even almost, all of them have come on board. The one that we even feel now the strongest people will go oppose. In fact, they're part of the committees here, so we then set up. I remember vividly, even in setting up the committees here, the joint committee was set up for they look into this and constitute the committees. The strongest people that would have been the former flag bearer aspirants were included. In fact, I then call up with a list and they. So in terms of healing, I think with that regards, we've healed. And from the conversation, I see like, and they're genuine. They're really on board and they carry the ideas and they want to take the lead in some things there. So I think in that regard, we're healing. There are other parts, like how you make reference to videos. Yes, we've seen those videos. We are not saying that we don't solve every problem, but because we realize that there's so much healing for do, apart from the national officers, flag bearers, even in the constituency elections, the ward elections, districts, regional elections that we just passed. Some people and they were dissatisfied. We don't start for call them to meetings. Last week, Tuesday, we hold meetings with all former aspirants, national office aspirants. Then we hold positive meetings. They're part of the process now for, the campaign process. They're part of it. They're part of them committees. Yeah, so they're all willing. Then they see the bigger picture and then know say the bigger picture is Sierra Leone, and then believe say the APC can save Sierra Leone. So we're working on that. And in addition to that, we don't set up a peace and reconciliation committee. A peace and reconciliation committee headed by Dr. Ibrahim Bangura. We include the leader, the deputy leader, the chairman, the deputy, the secretary, the deputy, and many other people that were renowned personalities within the APC, people they respect, where they respect, they revere. So we're not just left them at the facts that people don't come on board, everybody's coming on board. We also formalize them. I say we set up this committee, we go for meet people them, understand them problems, and then we move on. And we hope say within the shortest possible time, every issue across the country, especially in the southeast. When I say southeast, and I know say the video, the reference that video in a corner, it will be dealt with very, very soon, and we will present a united picture, and then we'll move forward as a party for Save This Nation.
Okay, thank you very much, Honorable. And again, I want to fumble and say we also don't get Madam Fatima Conte, we now we resident human rights activist, and also we producer and a philanthropist as well. We don't join the platform. We welcome Madam Fatima Conte and for say adu to Fambulen.
Hello. Hi, the family, the salon, and everywhere in the world. Thank you very much, for watching, for participating in this program. thank you, and may God bless you. And I want to give a thumbs up to my brother, the finest constitutional lawyer, and thank you. Singapore, this is the right man. If you have any questions about the Constitution, you can flag it on him. He will have an answer for you.
No,
He's the
I'm
finest
not sure
young
I'm
man.
not sure say I don't ready for it. When they don't pull a manifesto, they go begin to go inside a serious one. But I wait for us. Today now waiting and call congratulations.
Bring it on, bring it
Yeah, I'm
on,
just
Secretary. Bring
No,
it on.
yes, I'm
next
just
time.
giving it to you, and Superman too. But thank you very much, my brother. You're always there. Thank you. And one thing I want to say, like I
Thank you.
told Lance and for me, my heart is with with the people, and I want when you guys get there, know that on all circumstances, the people, the voters, you should care about them. They're the ones that vote you in. And
Right.
we have to have a community meetings every week. I know, we are all busy, but this is our job. It's going to be easier if we start by working it now. It's going to be easier because then we can let them be. They can start doing it by themselves, but we have to start the project. Like my dad always say, if you want people, to support you, you have to do it. You start the initiative, you start doing stuff, then people will support you. And he always tell us, like one time, I remember this, when we went to the mosques and we're given, it was on Friday, we give stuff out, the stuff you give out on Friday. And my dad said, right, said, my siblings, some of them were shy. It's not, they're teenagers. You can't blame them. But for me, I was very, and my dad said, just see, when you give it to them, they will say, oh my gosh, look at that big man picking so. They will be happy for you, doing that. And God will be happy too. It's not to just, you unconsciously, you do it. It's not what they say, but my dad was just saying it to us, just to encourage us to do stuff. Like if they see you, like today, I'm so proud of you, my brother. I would tell the whole world about you. You telling me, okay, sis, I have to go, to my driver's wedding, and it makes me feel good. We support each other. That's what God makes us for, to support each other. Whether you're rich, you're poor, we all can be the same. But as long as you're there for me and I'm there for you, it makes the world go around. You feel that love, and that is what is missing in our nation. That love is not there. But when you put it out there like that, that person will feel very important and says, yeah, even my boss can, me married, it makes me feel good. And you have another commitment. He said, oh, yes, 9:00. And our Superman called me and says, oh, and I says, one thing, I'm not going to say this because you're my brother, but one thing, you're very punctual and you know time, you respect time. Every time when we call you or when I say something, you're there at that time, or you even call me back and say, so I want to say thank you. I want to take my hat off, for that. I give you gratitude where gratitude, is given.
You see,
So I want to say
you see what we get there? What will they go through?
yeah.
Blackout.
Blackout.
Yeah.
Right,
Well, that's why that's why the people have to know, like you said, everybody get to know, say, it's not about APC like what I said. This is about humanity. If you eat good, guys, okay, do what you want to do. But if say you the suffer, then you will vote because you vote now you right.
Like
You
that,
vote now you right. It make a difference when you vote. It makes there's no tolerance for rubbish anymore. There's no tolerance. We live in the 24th century. We cannot take any rubbish. We have to build up our institution and build up our nation. So we cannot do it alone. We have to. It's a collective work. Everybody has to participate. Like you said about Dr. Samura. He's always saying to me when I talk to him, he says, "What matter? I don't go ever," he calls me like my dad, the way my dad calls me. See, I don't ever disappoint you. And I says, okay, I don't ever disappoint you. I said, okay. I said, it's God. For me, I believe in God totally. And I said, it's God. Because may God help us, to do our job. And may God help us. May God help you and give you more wisdom, to do your job. That's why every time when I write and I said, let us pray for our leaders, because you have this evil forces that is pulling you here and there. And it's not like you want to forget. People call you, people bombard you. I know you have so many, calls, and you have your family. Like I tell you, I said, don't forget to, you get family first. You see, my sister, at 3 months no more, I still not talk to her. Yes, like that. You have so many stuff, but do not forget the one thing. We all have to pray for each other and do the right thing. Thank you, my brother. God bless everybody. Thank you.
Okay.
God bless you too. Thank you.
Okay, then thank you very much, Madam Fatima Conte. And we appreciate you greatly for your emotional and impassionate plea for the progress of Mama Salon. You're always welcome. And again, we try for wrap up, because the time not begin the approach small. The honorable don't spend plenty time with we for help for clarify plenty things we get for happen. I believe say people them all about now the world. We get people they watch now from Ivory Coast, from Northern Ireland, from Germany, so many countries. They're all about now the world. We appreciate them people. So plenty one. So over to you, brother Shengbe Pierre.
All right, 2 questions I want to ask to you. Number 1, and will they take calls? Few calls?
Yes, so could do, yes.
All right, so if we get for do that, we therefore do that now, so we top the time. And secondly, I send something for you on your phone. Watch them. All right, so they can go on the line now. Let's take few calls then of 1 minute per course. We just want you to go straight to the points then. So we go able for wrap up quick one. We'll not get better time again.
How do you hear again? Another hear
You mute Shengbe Pierre.
You get me now?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, they get you, yes.
Yes, please. We get somebody on the line. Una just tell me if una the area. Go ahead, sir. Let me hear you.
Yeah, is Mr. Timbo hearing me?
Una they get him?
Yes.
Yeah, now,
go ahead. They hear you.
Okay. This is not a question. It's just a piece of advice. I heard you talk about manifesto. Sierra Leone is in a state where we should move away from manifestos. Because manifestos are like prescriptions made for something that we may not know all the cures to. What I think you guys should be looking at is how to develop a strategic approach to come with solutions to the social and economic issues that need to be addressed, but you do so from a dual perspective. Because one of the reasons that is holding up development, especially in Africa, is that it is always a master-servant connection, top to bottom. This time, let us look at how we are going to get a bottom to top, top to bottom, meeting each other halfway, and let us also begin to look at how the private sector will be empowered to be an active participant in development.
All right. Thank you very much, sir.
Because
all right.
Yes,
so,
sir.
Yes, thank you very much, sir. God bless you, sir. All right. So I want for let we allow you the number out for people who watch them from the Facebook platform. The number na +33780076 701 only on WhatsApp. +3378 0076701. Only on WhatsApp. Will take 1 minute per calls only. So please go straight to your point. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you call from. Please listen. Yes, reduce the volume of your set. Did you get me?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute. Your name and where you call from, please.
I'm not concerned citizen. You call from Yard.
All right, go ahead. You get 1 minute.
Maybe. Only question we maybe ask no more.
Go ahead.
For the election day, because of that, them man the way they change the figure by the counting day. We remember that side way. Nah, I don't know if na Kabbalah we them go count, we them go get, we them go get 10, then go add 1, you go 110. So the election they make, they no go get 100, don't go put another 0, forget 1,000. That's why me the call on the Deputy Secretary General, they are aware, but it's in there for change the figure.
Okay.
So they very be careful.
All right. Thank you very much, my brother. Yeah, I don't take note of that one day. So I made almost call it.
Okay.
We're gonna one go.
Thank you.
All right. So I made almost call it today.
Okay, take another 2 more calls, isn't it?
All right.
It's got to fit for roundup. But before we take the other call, we like just say I think say we mention people them anti-party activities. We get for notice even Madam Dr. Sylvia Blady says they watch the program, so probably instead we will understand what people them they talk. Go ahead, Shebe Pierre.
All right, so go on the line and take another call. Welcome to the show, sir. You name and say the call for me. Get 1 minute.
Oh, this is Caleb.
Yes, sir.
I just want to ask, although not in the right person for me to ask the question, but I just want to ask them. Because if they listen from where I catch up with you guys, there is one thing I want to ask. You know, you see, manifestos, a lot of people will tell you we manifesto this, we manifestos that, right? But the problem here is, even in the civilized world, the Western world, most of the people that when they come with manifestos, they're never to achieve all. And so when you're too poor, and we get poverty politicians in other country, they will know the shishi, when they force themselves to positions where they cannot even maintain. How credible Samura think that these people, the way they appoint as ministers, get an outside help? I know for the mayor, she will. But I know that a few of them they're not able, because the politicians they not get the know-how, they don't know them internationally, and you cannot say because you're popular, because the old man talk say, oh, now you're popular in Salon, then you go win. Okay, that's fine. Your popularity in a Salon means say now that popularity they go put food na people on table, because you never bring anything where we can put na people on table. Let them choose people that where they know say internationally. They will help the country. We're incredible. Not the first way they come to go sleep in the parliament, they go talk, say, raise with salary, they fit for their own pockets, and they forget their office.
Thank you.
I hope you understand what they're doing.
We get that. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.
All right. 2 last calls. Welcome to the show. Your name and where you call from.
Yeah, hello.
Yes, you did live. Your name and where you call from, please.
I'm a concerned citizen. I call from Riyadh.
All right, go ahead.
Thank you for host the Deputy Secretary General. But me, I got 2 questions.
Okay, go ahead, please.
One of the questions is about this rigging of election.
Okay.
Normally, the Southeast, you see voting 100% votes. Not for saying they can get the people and do. There will be party agent they can do it. Now then get them party agent and then say voting time. Before they say 12 o'clock, they don't vote done. They don't do ballot stuffing, they don't manipulate, they don't do everything. I want to know what in the Secretary General and go for do this time around. For make sure see all them things and they stop them this time.
Okay.
Then secondly, this changing of figure, I think we've got for put here into, because they cannot do the voting, the FM form, the number what they did, it's different for what they can enter inside the tally office there. What you go for do for make sure say what you said in the
Thank you.
During the last
No,
one.
you tell them don't sorry about that. Look, the other person. Thank you very much.
Okay.
All right, to take last call. Welcome to the show. Name and the call for me. Get 1 minute.
Good evening. Good evening.
How are you, sir?
I tell Obatel, thank you. I regret Auntie Fatima Conte. I regret Mr. Mohammed. And I regret the wonderful, honorable Timbu, the Secretary General, the beautiful, the lovely. Dear, my guy message.
They get you.
I get personal love for them.
Okay.
And I don't go 1, 2, 3 occasion for them. And then 1 and 2.
Okay.
I embody them. And all the issues they're going to come up with now the media, not for themselves, not for the country.
Okay.
And yesterday, as you do some side, we discuss about the country with Ukraine. So if we tell us, if I don't think politics, not think the country first. If you get that with Ukraine, it could be fine. But if you see about party business now, they take. I see with the young one and I will suffer. And I appreciate you so much. Me, the medical department that day. How many we will survive a medical? Few. Me, like me, what is usually learn from Honorable Timbu and Lasana Dubia, not for me. Right. Honorable Timbu doesn't have me already. Lasana Dubia doesn't have me already. But what about the
I wish we didn't get enough time for let you actually shower Honorable Timbo with the love you get for him. But I'm sorry, time don't know. Thank you very much, my brother. Alright, so let's just take one bonus call as tradition. Welcome to the show. You know the last person we talk inside the program today. What's your name and inside the call from? Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. Reduce the volume of your set. We go to another call. We could be bonus. Welcome to the show. Your name and inside the call from?
Yes, we are.
Yes, you know the last caller for the program.
Yeah, good evening, Deputy Secretary General Usman Timbo. Good evening, Madam Conte and Supermed. I just want to say something quickly. In line with within Deputy Secretary General say.
Okay.
This issue of this voter registration. I just want to waiting whose further steps where the party don't take for for try for engage ECSL, you understand? Because it goes beyond just telling ECSL that we don't identify some additional.
Okay, if not you, what do you suggest them do? If not you, what do you suggest them do?
There are further steps we me feel say the party for take.
Like
right?
what step would you expect? Because they say they don't put things them in place, but what do you expect?
Well, I expect say therefore continue for engage ECSL and if need be then for explore even the court, the law, you understand? Because then they don't begin show up at this initial stage, you understand? We get for see a lot other issues them similar to this.
Right.
And I saw them get for plan for rig this election further.
Thank you very much.
Let the party do something further, please. I beg the deputy secretary general and everybody will involved and the people's
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
God bless you. Now the last call land inside the program. Over to you, Superman and Honorable Timbo. But before that, I want to remind you say on YouTube we get 995 where they watch right now. Please, you where they watch now for increase the likes for we get 420 likes. And on Facebook we get 254 where they watch right now. Please now for like and share the program and as well like and follow the page. Thank you very much. We'll go over to you again.
Okay, thank you very much, Pierre, and people who don't make call, we appreciate them greatly. I believe say the honorable will listen to all and call, and the honorable over to you.
Thank you very much. I think the calling up plenty, but the message plenty. I think them border on two things really. One, for deal with manifesto. I think about two callers also talk about manifesto. And the other one then talk about stealing the votes. The voting, and apart from the praises and other things where I say thank you to them, I am always humbled. And then Tiana, they make, they want to do more because I know of so many politicians will come and start People love them. But before even 2-3 years, people not even want to talk about themselves again. So I'm mindful of that, and I hope say God will continue to direct me, allow do what is right for the people of this country. And then for me, I'm picking the SSF because I don't want to map and buy me picking them. They work on the street. Somebody say, "Na papa na been this, or na papa na been this." That is exactly what my dad and my family left me with, and that is something where I hope I will continue for preserve for me
So in
picking
other
them.
words, nothing this way myself can watch at. You value your family name so much that you don't want anything for tamper with you picking them then glory.
Absolutely. For me, it's more now. Outside the family, first it was my dad, and then afterwards my family name. Then now it's about my kids. I think about. I want them for me to always feel proud of them, their papa and their mama. You know, that is which I meet myself. So I think I want to continue that. So now to the specific questions about the manifesto. The first one we saw for Komobi and doing this manifesto. I mean, the traditional way of doing manifestos. I get the point. And honestly speaking, that is what Dr. Samura Kamara told us the very first time. He wants a workable document. A document that is not too technical, where every ordinary person will understand. Well, some people then say all written and promise inside the manifesto, they don't deliver. Well, if all written and promise inside the manifesto, they don't deliver, and the country still did the way how we did, so well, let's try new people. I get the point. I understand a more strategic approach. I think we will take that in good faith, and we will try for ensure say we do as best as possible for make. Yeah, we'll still do a manifesto because it's a requirement. We'll do a manifesto, but at the end of the day, we will try for make them very friendly and something really achievable. Some others talk about international recognition and local popularity. You know, we're dealing with a country, yeah, where our problems are local. Some of them are local. Others have a global side to them, but there are local problems that sometimes need local solutions. So, not just discredit the people and we not getting international connections as a put up, but they get local experience. They know exactly who side thinks so they go right at the country. And I want to say, Dr. Samura Kamara, apart from his running mate, he hasn't chosen anybody. He hasn't set a cabinet. So it's a bit premature for me to say the people that were there around them or the people that will form in government, apart from, I think, I mentioned Yvonne Akisoya, will get international exposure. There are many people around. I can tell you, say one thing with the APC, not short of quality people. I can tell you that for certain. Having interacted with many people at home and even abroad, I can tell you, say we are not short of human resources. We will run this country and run this country properly. With regards still in the votes, we're aware of what happened in 2018. I think I've said that. We know how in one of the by-elections, not too distant past, where figures were changed. We know how one for handle landed. I think that kind of situation where they get 3 spaces for right numbers. So if you get 019, if you get 19, instead of you write 019, you just write 19. That means there's a space for let somebody put another number. I just give you an example of the things we'll know, and we know this time it won't happen. That is why we'll train our agents. We'll not just train our agents, we'll properly identify them, recruit them properly, and then when the time comes, they exactly know what's in the good for, they know what is required of them, and then this thing not will happen again. So, like I said before, we will protect the votes. Let me not say too much on a public forum like this, but I want to make on a rest assured say we have a plan, and It won't happen again. Everybody will they send at the field. Like you say in the southeast, some of the agents they all sent before were them. I mean, we're members of other political parties. We go team up, like say they're with us. It will not happen again. We will properly vet the people that will be with agents, even if you mean say anyway. Let me not say that bit, but I want to make una know say this time around we'll protect the votes from the south to the east to the west to the north. Yeah. So somebody will ask about the steps we will take with regards to this voter registration. I've explained before, and he also makes suggestion of continuing to engage with ECSL, and if it doesn't work, for make we even consider for going to court. Yes, I mean engaging with ECSL will continue. We'll continue to do it formally with the people who send PPLC, the Political Party Liaison Committee. They will make appointments known. The Secretariat will also be writing letters to ECSL, to the international community, to the government itself. And if needs be, and we need to go court, we will pursue that action. So rest assured, we're engaging them. And if needs be, we need to take a step forward, we will do that. So I hope I don't do justice to these questions. Unless there's something I don't forget, maybe another way to our member.
No. Okay.
No, thank you very much.
We actually done come to the end of the program. And I want to let you know, say, you now and any other person with the come on the platform, get for no say, most of the time, the government officials, them, and then supporters, them, can mostly, they, na YouTube side, they know they see them. And because they know say when they come to the Facebook.
The lights don't go again, yeah?
Yes, I know.
If we continue, we'll see the lights will go. The lights will go like 5-6 times, no joke.
That shows the development there.
Yeah, exactly.
So please, I'm not saying on a plenty, but please, on still like the program, on appreciate the program because NIB on can listen for information for able for go and strategize. Now I think say honorable Timbo no but I make you say some strategy and they know they put them out, then they better go discuss them. Because they plenty with the watch it now. And after the program, then they strategize that every day we done program, they must strategize.
Yeah.
And at the time this way they get for full up na the platform. And interestingly, then they watch the platform pass the hour, then they watch their own platform them. And I love that because me self watch the platform that they make able forget better way of how they put the program together. So I want to tell all the one they would have watched, thank you, except if Superman gets another question. You don't like, you don't share, you don't call. I know say over 1,000 people on the YouTube gist now and over 300 people on Facebook. All of them want for call, but not all man go able for call. So we have to say we're very sorry to the one that we don't try for call, we don't know able for coming. If we say we answer everybody in call, we don't go gap here. And members say other things that they will get for engage on. So we have to say very sorry for that. And I want to tell you thank you for all of our time when can get away and all of the support. And to the producer for this program, now Fatima Conte, we actually done the go all around for make sure say things them go on how it's supposed to go. And to me co-presenter, I want to say thank you very much. To my own team self, thank you very much. A special thank you to the guest where we get inside the program today. We are Honorable Sman Thibault, we are the Deputy National Secretary General for the APC party. I want to say thank you very much for what you always done to come up with, for answer questions them at the end platform there. So the two platforms, then Salon TV Live 1 and We Had. And as well, one for say thank you very much for some 10 and day on a very odd time we can call you within just one ring. You answer the call and say yes, now this. Thank you very much. I appreciate some of them things and they where we can discuss behind the scene. Thank you very much. I just want to let everybody know say you do something where now that you say you good for and you actually don't prove them. Thank you very much. I just hope and pray when I get the strength for continue for do it for do because the big thing now people want to now for protect them vote more than any other thing. So please, I just hope that when I get the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding for go about them, for make sure say the people them that change what they cry for. If they get them, una say self not can disappoint them. Because we go vex, we really vex. We vex so land on life for you. Anyway, so I want to tell you thank you. And on behalf of the team, we appreciate you all. Thank you very much. We love you so much. I rest.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the good work you guys have been doing and the consistency with which not only do for inform people and educate them and bring all these issues to the fore. This is how we contribute to our nation. And now we all responsibility. Let we all play we role them now we different side of and we serve. And I sure say this country will go before. If people not they listen, then go start for listen. And with time then go change. And we all now you're talking to we. I'm sure if we win elections, our make wanna still feel the same way for question we for put we on with tools. And then I don't hear you many times you say you don't support any political party. If SLPP come to power, I mean, if SLPP go opposition, you will be with the opposition. If APC the opposition, you will be with the opposition. That is how it should be. Let's all work together and see how we can move this country go before. I tell you now, thank you, Miss Sister Fatima. Thank you so much, Superman. Thank you too. And God bless you all. God bless Sierra Leone.
Okay, thank you very
my
much.
brother.
Yeah, go ahead, Madam Fatima. Yeah.
One question, my brother. We have a team. I've put, a team for pooling agents. I don't know if you're going to accept them, from here. They're willing to go. And if it is IT or any other thing, they're willing. Because this election is going to be
we'll talk about that
totally
offline.
different. Okay.
We'll talk about it offline.
Okay.
All right, and
And yeah. Yeah. And the other thing I want to tell our viewers, maybe, Dr. Samura is going to be, he's on his way here, but maybe we're going to have him live. But on Saturday, we're going to have him live, one of these days, next week, if he's available, he's going to come down here anyway. But on Saturday, we have the deputy Superman. What's his name again? Pope. We have Pope.
Okay, that's Pope is the deputy national publicity secretary. Okay, thank you very much, Madam Fatima Conte. And again, Honorable Usman Timo, they tell you plenty, thank you. And Shegme Pierre, but you mentioned something, say that we all play with Lily and Latin parts. So the over 1,000 plus 100 people who watch we, una all play with Lily and Latin parts for move the conversation forward. Una share, una like, una make, una comment them. This is all playing with own part of the play part. That table they fall and fall foot. Say no mix for politics, that table don't pass. The 21st century don't provide with the opportunity. Follow we share knowledge, don't sensitize people and don't talk about issues them for the betterment of the country. We appreciate you greatly. On that particular final note, I want to say tonight's show has come to an end. Una thank you. God bless you now. God bless Sierra Leone. And God bless you. Thank you.